Hello friends, welcome once again. It's Amir Iqbal Khan from Amir's Tech YouTube channel. Today in this tutorial, in the first part of inventory management system, I'll be designing the dashboard menu. The menu, when you enter to the system, you will be facing lots of components, lots of labels, frames, button, and etc. So prior to starting this development of this project, I need to tell you that anywhere you face any difficulties or problems, you can comment me on this video, and I will be referring to the problem, and I will looking forward to solve it. So keep one thing in mind, that I will be not executing the project minute by minute, as it will take a lot of time and waste your time, and I will be doing the code, the programming side of it, and but occasionally I will be executing the project after 5 or 10 minutes to check for the updates and anything else which is required. So this project has been designed and developed earlier by me, but in this video I will be going through its guide and tutorial. So for the sake of tutorial, I will not be wasting your time on many small things, and I will be mentioning all those small things in the video through um, those spoken speech here. So let's start that. To start, you have to um, open a new project. So I will be opening a new project here, and the name of the project will be IMS, which stands for Inventory Management System. I will open this in new window. So inside this folder IMS, I will be creating another directory which will be inventory management system. So inside this directory, anything that is related to the project, the whole project will be stored here in the inventory management system, whether they are photos, images, any other relevant data to this project, or the files, the Python files, etc., will be stored in this directory. So the same, I will create a Python file in this directory called dashboard. And in this dashboard, I will be writing all the code here in the dashboard menu, the dashboard file, dashboard.file, py file, which is related to the dashboard menu. So start this. Uh, I will start from importing the libraries. From Tkinter, import all, and from date time, which I will be using it in the project, the date and times. From date time, import date time. So from pel, import image tk. As you can see, these are underlined as red for because they are shown as an error. Why they does not exist yet? You can come here. You can install the fellow library. From here, installing package fellow. Wait for it, and it will get installed. So as of you can see, guys, there is no error right now because this has been installed right now. So I will continue the program. First of all, before creating the windows and anything else, I need to make a class, and that class will be for the hover buttons, because I will be doing a little bit of customization for my buttons. So prior to that, I will create a class for the hover button. Class hover button. For the button, the parameter will be the button. Define init. I will be using init function. It's too important in object-oriented programming. And kw self dot default underscore bg equals kw dot get bg, and the color I choose random colors, and I have a reference on a page here for the colors, for anything else which is they are completely variable. You can do anything, you can choose any color, any customization by your choice. This will be for active background, and the color is 007 F7F. Self dot default fg kw dot get fg, and it's white. Self dot hover fg is equal to kw dot get active foreground, and the active foreground is white. Button dot init method self master, and so after this I'll be using the bind method. Self dot on enter self dot bind leave self dot on leave self dot bind button release -1 self dot on press self dot bind mm, sorry, this will be button press self dot button press button release -1 self dot on release. So I will be defining some functions for different purposes on enter. Self dot config bg equals to self dot hover bg. Foreground is self dot hover foreground. Define on leave event self dot config bg equals to self dot default bg fg equals to self dot default fg. And meanwhile I will be using the relief flat method. Define on press on press is self dot config relief equals to sunken. There are lots of attributes for the relief method, such as flat, sunken, etc. You can search for that, you can apply those based on your desire. If on release, define on release self and event self dot config relief equals flat. I'm using flat relief for on release. So this is for the hover button class. I will comment this overly right now because I don't need this right now. So after when I need this, I will uh, uncomment this later on. Window equals, so I will comment GUI part of the system. Window equals tk window dot geometry 1530 x 830. Friends, this is manually set by me because I know the dimensions, the resolution of my screen, display, laptop, anything else that I'm using it. If you know the dimensions of the screen you're using, enter it in this field. If not, use this method. The method is screen wide window.winfo screen wide and screen height. Store that this into the screen height and window.geometry. You can say that screen wide, sorry, x screen height. Either use this method if you know the dimensions, or if you don't know the dimensions of the display that you are using, use this. So I will comment this because I don't need this. If you need it, so use it. Window.title, the dashboard, window.resizable, false and false. One false and the second false. Both false are for wide and height. So dot resizable method is used to either allow or deny the minimizing or maximizing functionality of the system. So window.config bg equals to white, and keep in mind after doing these things you have to do window.main loop in order to display the window. I will comment this to create the window, to set the dimensions of the window, to set the title of the window, to set the permissions for minimizing and maximizing the dimensions of the window. So this is the color. It's not that much important to be commented. So I will move this down. Background image. I will import the background image of the dashboard page. So it equals like I will be using bg underscore image. You can use anything like the camel cases, the snack cases in case of declaring variables, but keep in mind declare those variables that you will be getting know that I will be not forgetting the names of the variables later on in the project, because if you use to clunky variable names, so you will be in a conflicted situation later on in this project. So use easy ones. Image.open photo back photo dot jpg. There are no photos with me, and that's why there is no any menu hovering down um, uh, for the sake of any images that has to be appeared for me. So I have the images here. See Python projects, IMS. Friends, when I created the IMS folder inside the PyCharm, it has been automatically created here. So I have the pictures, all required pictures. You can download all required pictures for your project based on your interest. I'm pasting these pictures inside the inventory management system folder or the directory here. You can see all are here. So again, I can say back photo.jpg. Yeah, page bg underscore image equals bg image dot resize window dot winfo underscore screen wide and window dot winfo underscore screen height. And at the last, keep in mind that to mention the appropriate resampling technique. In this case, I am using the Langzos. bg photo equals image tk dot photo image bg image. I will create the bg label, background label equals to label. I will post that on window. Image equals to bg photo. Bg label dot place. So the place method is used to position the label or the button or anything else in the Tkinter. So I will use x for its x axis as 0 and y also for 0 and rel wide. I will tell you that the rel wide is used to position all the content to fit the x axis. Like if a label is positioned on a window, rel wide is used to position all those contents that are in the label uh, from the left to the right in the center. So you can assign 1 to rel wide, rel height equals 1, bg label dot lower. So dot lower method is used to send the photo behind everything else. Like if you don't use this method, dot lower method, so anything else like the label, this label, the title or anything else that I will be developing or writing later on this project will be on the front of on the back of the image. So I need the image to be behind everything else as the background. So that's why I'm using dot lower method. So I will move to the logo image on the top left. In this case, I will be using my YouTube channel's logo. BG image equals to photo image. File equals to 789. In this case is the logo of my YouTube channel. The upper label of the window with placement on the second line. So I'm commenting each and everything for the purpose of easy understanding. I will post the title label on the window. Image equals to bg image. And meanwhile, the compound is left. Text is equal to inventory management system. Font equals friends. I am using Venkiraf in this project. You can use Times New Romans, Calibri, any other font that you like. So to find good fonts, you can select Google Fonts, and from the Google Fonts you can browse fonts, download your fonts, and meanwhile for the coloring you can type color palette, and this palette will provide lots of colors for your interest. As you can see, there are lots of fonts. Whenever you click on any font, you can download it, get it easily, and then install that on your system and simply write the name of the font in here. Colors, you can see there are lots of colors. When you start the generator, there are a lot of colors, with the hex values B5, FE, D9. If I type this on my project, this color will appear on that specific component. So it's not mandatory to write a WinGraph if you don't like this font. So the size of the font will be 35, and this should be bold. Background image is 011A2B. Foreground is white. Anchor equals W west. I want this to be in the west side of the label 40, and let's position this title label dot place. So friends, the place method will place that component, in this case its label, on a specific position on the window. So the attributes that it takes are x, y, rel wide, rel height, and similar things more. You can search for them, but those are not yet required to be here because I don't need it. So later on you will see lots of them. The rel wide method places the line to the middle of the screen. I will execute the program for the first time. Let's see. Yeah. Inventory management system, if you want this to be in the center, you can simply make some spacing behind the inventory management system's text. You can see, yeah, got it right till now. So I will move the logout button on the top right of the window. Log out button equals hover button. Window text equals, the error. I will talk about this error right now after writing this statement. Logout. Font equals WinGraph. 14 will be the size. Font size BG equals 011 A2D. Meanwhile, foreground will be white. Active background is 193 B52. Active foreground, the active foreground color is white. The relief is flat, and the border is 0. So you can execute the program. You can see, you can check the border. If it's not good, not looking well, the border equals to 0, you can make it to 1 or either 2, 3, 4, anything you want. So I'll move the cursor a bit down. Active background equals 19. No, sorry friends. Highlight thickness equals to 2. Highlight background, let's assign highlight background first, equals to 004D 4D, highlight color equals to 004 times C, and cursor, I will choose cursor and to, yeah, this was uh, all for the logout button. You can see the error, friends, hover button, because of that I use this class in the first of this dashboard. So I will uncomment this and you will see that there is no error. So I will place the logout button. X equals 420 and Y equals 20. I have all the reference of the um, positioning of buttons, labels, anything regarding this project in order to save your time. So you can choose, you can set anything based on your own dimensions, positionings, and placings. So if I execute this, you can see there is nothing right now. You can see, sorry friends, I have the logout button. And after this, I will be creating a frame here. And inside that frame, I will be having menu. As you can see the demo project. Prior to doing this, you can get the idea, the concept of this project, the menu here, the buttons here. And after that, I will be creating the frames for the employees, suppliers, products, and etc. So I will move forward to creating subtitle for time and date, and meanwhile admin welcoming subtitle label equals to label window. I will post that on the window. Text equals to welcome admin /t/t date. I will choose a random date, and that's not important. And this date will be not fixed. I promise. PM. Let's jump to font. When Kiraf, or let's say this is time New Roman. The background is, let's say the background is 06021A. No, it shouldn't be 06021A. Foreground color equals white. And let's place this. X equals 0, Y equals 808, rel wide equals 1. Let's execute this. As you can see, friends, I have the footer, the subtitle label, which in this case we can say this is a footer down the box here in the inventory system. The welcome admin, the date in the time. You can see the time is stopped, the date in the welcome admin. So I will make this time and date be to get updated by seconds and to be more flexible. So I will create a function for updating date and time, update date time. So inside this function, I will assign a variable. I will declare a variable called now, and that will be storing date time dot now. Current date time equals to, make sure you have typed this correctly. Developed by Amir Iqbal Khan. Date, you can put your own name or anything else. Now dot str at time, and inside these parentheses percentage y, percentage m, and percentage p, the day, and slash t time. Now dot star of time, parenthesis percent I, percent m, and percent s for the second, and percent p. Subtitle label dot config, text equals current date time, and make sure to update all the times and date through this function, this line of code. I will be updating the time every second with the accuracy of 1000 milliseconds. Window dot after, using dot after method, specifying the milliseconds and date time. Don't forget to call the function. If you don't call the function, nothing will be applied and the function will be useless, as it's mandatory in terms of programming. Updating the date and time using the function above, throw update date and time. So friends, if I execute the program, you can see the time of the system and the time of my PC. So I will go for the frames. You can see the demo video of this project, the frames I had in the dashboard. I will create those. Left frame of the window storing the menu along the buttons. Top frame equals frame, post that on the window. Top frame dot place, I will be placing this x equals 0, y equals 73, wide equals 1528, height equals 50, and the menu label on the left of the window. Menu label equals label top frame. This will be on the top frame, and the text of this label will be menu. You can change based on your interest and desires. When key rock, let's make this 20 in bold at the same time, and assign the color is equals to ACB 1CA, foreground equals black, and height equals 2. So friends, let's pack this. Here in terms of the menu label, I will be packing it to a side, either the side be the right side or the left side. I will be not using the place method because I have the frame, and inside that frame anything that I add will be packed on a on a position, whether the position is left side or right side. So menu label dot pack side equals to left. Let's confirm this. Yeah, you see, friends, I have the menu label. One thing I have forgot, the white here. Let's add a white. You can see it's looking better right now. Employee button, employee icon, photo image, file equals employee 24. The dimensions are 24x24. If you go too accurate on this project, so the images you have to download and resize them, those has to be 24x24. And if you resize labels, windows, and anything else, so that is based on your own interest and resizability of the images. Employee button equals button. Sorry, I will be using hover button. I will post that on top frame. Image equals employee icon. Compound is left. Text will be employees. Font will be Venkiraf with the size 20 and bold. Height will be 68. Wide will be 190. Anchor will be west. Padex will be 1. Let's assign W to the anchor. Okay. Pad Y. No, I don't need pad Y here in this case. I just need to go through the background color, which is ACB1CA. I love this color, friends. Foreground is black. Active foreground is, let's say, white. Active background equals to 4783C2. Relief equals to flat and border is 0. Highlight thickness is 2. Highlight background is 004D 4D. Highlight color is 004 times C. Cursor equals hand to, yeah. If I pack this, so it has to be available, positioned correctly on the top frame. Yeah, friends, the employees button is perfectly positioned on the top frame. So I will move towards another buttons that will be positioned here on the rest on of the top frame. So let's move to the next part, the supplier button. Supplier icon, I will first import the icon. Supplier button equals our button. Post on top frame, image equals supplier icon. Let's copy these and paste it here to save some time, as all attributes and methods are equal without the texts. Suppliers. Let's pack this to using upper pack statement by copying that. Let's move towards let's confirm this first and let's move towards the, yeah, I have the suppliers button. My friends, let's move towards the uh, category button and the product button. Category button, category icon, photo image, file equals category 24, category button equals to hover button, position on the top frame, image equals category icon. Let's copy these. Let's copy this too and change the name from supplier buttons to category button. Let's create product button. Product icon is equal to photo image. File equals to product 24. Product button equals to hover button. Top frame image equals to product icon. Let's copy this again. Copy this too. Product button. Let's confirm. Yeah, I have employees, suppliers, and suppliers. I did not change the text, so let's change the texts here from suppliers to products, from suppliers to categories, and let's confirm again. Suppliers, categories, products. So, friends, let's move to sales button. Let's confirm this too. Yeah, let's move towards the tax button. Bag.png. I named that bag. So tax button. Let's copy this again. So friends, let's change this to confirm it. Yeah, I have the tags button here, and the last button is exit. So let's do exit button. I'll post that on top frame. Image equals to exit icon. Let's copy this again. Let's copy the pack to change the name. Let's confirm. Yeah, as you can see, friends, I did the part for the inventory management system title, also for the logout button, the logo, the footer, which consists of the name of the developer with a trademark, copyright, trademark, and meanwhile the date and time with getting updated in 1000 milliseconds. And I have the buttons inside the top frame, which is the menu frame, the subtitle frame. So any anything that is regarding the employees will be accessed by this button. Any time you click on this button, a new window will appear, and inside that window, lots of other information will be appeared. So let's step by step do these things. So I will mm, create the frames, the division cards for the system, which appears the count for the employees, suppliers, the categories, the total product, the total sales, and um, anything else. I forgot the tax name to be changed into the exit. So let's change this tax into exit. You can see it's now changed. So let's move to the other part of the program regarding this project. So division cards frames inside the main window of the GUI. You know, friends, commenting is one of a good habit of programmers. So don't forget to comment out your code. Employee frame. So MP frame equals to frame window background equals BD equals 0 2 relief equals rich MP frame dot place x equals 60 y equals 620 wide equals to 50 height equals 120 total EMP icon equals to photo image total employee dot png is the photo name total EMP icon label image total employee. This will be the background color total employee icon label dot back pad y 15 inside equal to left. So total employee label equals label posted on employee frame, and text is total employees with background color of 193 B52, foreground color of white, font equals Venkiraf with size 19 and being bold. Let's pack this. Text equals 0. Background will be 193 B52. Keep one thing in mind, that text is right now equals to 0. So I will connect all the windows, the frames, the buttons. I mean these buttons to update all the record automatically through fetching the records from these buttons that will be redirecting us to another window from that in here. So don't worry about these default values right now. Total employee count label background foreground equals white, font equals Venkiraf 30 and bold. Dot back. As you can see, friends, I have total employees with the icon in the count. I will do the same for all the frames. X equals 345, Y equals 620, wide equals 250, height equals 120, and placing the image total sub icon supplier 64. Total supply icon label dot back add y equals to 15, sorry, 15, side equals to left, total supply label equals to label that will be posted on the supply frame. Text will be total suppliers, background will be 193 B52, foreground white, font at 19, and being bold. And y equals 15. Total supply count label equals label that will be posted on supply frame with the text equals to 0. Background will be set to 193 B52 and foreground of white font equals Venki rough with size 30 and being bold. I'll move towards category frame. Post the frame on the window. Background will be equal to 193 B52 BD. Border will be equal to 2. Relief will be rich. Card frame dot place x equal to 630, y equals to 620, wide equal to 250, height equal to 120. So inside this I will place the image. Total category icon equals to photo image, file equals to category 64. Total category icon label equals to label posted on category frame. Image will be total category icon and background color will be 193 B52. Meanwhile, total category icon label, let's back it. Positioning will be but y equals to 15, side will be left. So friends, till now, let's confirm what we have done. You see friends, we have done total employees, total suppliers, and currently working on the categories. Let's continue. Total category label equal to label cat frame background image foreground equals white font equals Venkira with size 19 being bold. Total category label dot pack. Let's pack this to as of the other frames. Pad y equals 15. Total cat count label. This will be for the counting. This label. This will be also on the category frame. Sorry. 193 B52. Foreground is white. Font is Venkira. The size is 30, meanwhile being bold. Let's pack this too. So friends, we have the product frame left, product frame. Let's comment all these frames for a good practice in easy access later on in this project. Prod frame equals frame. On the window, the color of the background will be this, and border will be 2, relief will be rich. Product frame place. Let's place it. X equals 915, Y equals 620, wide equals 250, height equals 120. So let's place the image. One thing, uh, keep in mind, friends, the dimensions regarding this project, according to the dimensions of this project, the photos that I use, the dimension of those photos are 64x 64. I mean the photos inside the frames here. These photos are 64 by 64. So let's continue. Total product icon label equals label product frame image equals to total product icon, the background color of total product icon label dot back pad y equals 15 side equals left total product label equals to label. I will create another label on the product frame. Text will be total products. In the background color will be 193 B52. Foreground will be white. Font will be Venkiraf, and the size will be 19, being bold. Total product count label dot pack, and let's move towards let's delete this because I have not created the count. Total product label, total product label dot pack, pad y equals 15, and total product count label. Now I will get the count label on the product frame. Text equals to 0. Had to copy these, paste these, but let's do this in the future. let's I copied from the total products, so I will make changes in the sales frame. This X will be equals to 1200. Y will be the same, wide will be the same, and height will also be the same. So total sales icon. Total sales icon dot label underscore label sales icon sales icon. Changed into sales frame. Total sales. Yeah, as you can see, friends, I have the total products, total sales, but let's change the file directory, file name of the photo to total sales. Yeah. So, friends, I created the first part of the project, the inventory management system. So it was the GUI, the dashboard menu, and this dashboard menu contains lots of things. As we did this together, it was about the employees button, suppliers button, categories button, product, sales, tax, and exit buttons. And these frames with the subtitles and titles, the logo, the logout button. In the next video, in the part 2, I will be working on employees button, suppliers button, and all other buttons step by step. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any problems, difficulties, and anything else, you can freely comment me down the box in this video, and I will be referring to your comments one by one, and will be solving your problems furthermore. Thank you of following us, watching this video, and do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and classmates um, to beat the algorithm of YouTube in order to support us. Thank you, friends.